I want to use this opportunity for big people, even big, and reach out, say, let there be peace. I use this opportunity also for reach out to Mohamed Kallon. I don't know whether he's still in the country or he's out of the country, but Mohamed, if you're listening, I want to make you know, say, you know, one of the biggest things that we don't happen, biggest positive things we don't happen in Sierra Leone football, and you will always remain that.
This is Sierra Leone, and we always want to put the country first. As Insef don't realize, this is one of the most important games we don't ever play. And me don't always give me support. I don't pledge the love and loyalty to the country Sierra Leone, no matter what. And this my history in the making. And I appreciate them so much for calling on me. I wish I could be there around for give the 110% to the boys. I love for win this game and go to the Nations Cup.
Program now Good Morning Salon. We will bring this Monday edition of the program come to you this morning. Mina Asma James.
And Mina Medal Kaba, good morning. And today inside the program, after we Leon Stars draw with Lesotho inside the African Nations Cup qualifying rounds, you gonna know how the National Sports Authority don't they use the couple way government they give them for sport activity then. Number for sending message to and be part of the program now 077-981-981. We continue to look at the issue of sports now the program this morning, and now the Minister of Sports for Benin Republic, Oswald Homke, don't say the plan we get now for win against Leon Stars and qualify in team for the 2022 Nations Cup na Cameroon. He talked this inside one interview with Jerry Democracy after we authority then at the football go receive the Benin national football team, and same way so the national football team na Salon. Musa S. Kamara been in Alunge Airport and put this report together.
You put me as leader of delegation for go to Lesotho. One for tell God thank you, madam, and one for tell you say we go safe now Lesotho and we return back sound inside Jesus' name. The distance now Lesotho not so easy one.
Head of Leon Stars delegation to Lesotho for the 2022 Nations Cup qualifying, Pastor Philip Bock, they hand over the national football team to the FA, government and the people of Salon after the team 0-0 drawn at Lesotho on Saturday 27 March this year inside the Nations Cup qualifying group L game, which is Salon Day with Nigeria, Benin and Lesotho, and Nigeria don't qualify in this group with 11 points and get one more game for play. Benin Day second with 7 points and Salon Day third with 4 points, which is Salon and Benin game on Tuesday, March 30 this year go determine who that between Benin and Salon go qualify for the 2022 Nations Cup na Cameroon. Some analysts believe say Salon just need for beat Benin 1-0 for qualify, but other believe say Salon need for beat Benin 2-0 for qualify without any head-to-head checking for the team in qualify 1. Mohamed Medo Kamara, na the vice captain for the national football team Leon Stars, and na the person we captain the team against Lesotho, get this message for Salon people.
The big day na Tuesday. After Tuesday, I believe say we no go talk again. The game go talk for himself. So as of now, we no get much for sales. We don't travel long, all that we just need for rest. To the acts of the country is like support from the country. We mama them, we papa them, let them pray for we. We sisters them, we brothers them, let we all join in. The Muslim side, Christian side, let everybody join in and pray for we. Lord go through.
People don't they ask if supporter them go there at the stadium for watch the game. And this now one what been put to the Minister of Sport, Ibrahim Yelenke.
Spectators at stadium, he left to win the host. We can minimize them, but it can never stop nobody. It never stop an association for let not take crowd. I have been to Mauritania, I have been to Benin, I have been to Nigeria. A lot of people that be in the stadium for what the match as spectators them. Let people that left for the street feel like say we know something go to the talk. Hopefully we don't cancel it tomorrow. They work on and make sure we get spectators them. Small spectators they will go to the stadium for support the national team.
Among the authorities them we go for go receive the Benin national team and Leon Stars. Now the Sport Oversight Committee chair na Parliament Honorable Alusain Alukainde Conte we call on the players them for put on the effort for ensure say Salon win this game. But how Benin determine for this game. I meet with the Benin Minister of Sports, Oswald Omke Wesemwesu, na delegation leader for the 80-man Benin delegation to Saloon. According to Ram, in plan for can beat Saloon.
What can you expect when you are a minister in charge of sport? Of course, I expect victory for my team, but it's a football game. And we respect our brothers from Sierra Leone. We will play the match. The most important is, as I said, fair play, and then the best team will win. Of course, we are expecting to win the game and go to the African Cup of Nations. We played them in Benin already, and I think it's a good team. We respect them. Hope the qualifiers will end up in friendship for everyone. Anyway, that is football. But we have to remember that we are all brothers.
Salon people hope say Leon Stars go beat Benin by far margin. We go make the team qualify to Cameroon for 2022. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
Right. We all hope that the program now Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from 98.1 FM. Well, Salon Leon Stars gets big match for play for qualify for the AFCON game we go play in Cameroon. Where the African Nations Cup qualifier now the biggest football competition in Africa. This game they can play inside every after 2 years. The last time we Salon play Nations Cup now 25 years ago inside 1996. But we Tunisia be host the Nations Cup. Where the team Leon Stars not been do well and been dropped out of the competition. After that, this team, Leon Stars, don't they struggle for qualify, but still no luck. Well, this time, another opportunity there for make the team qualify, and if at all they win the game against Benin tomorrow. Well, now the program for can talk about this and many more. We want for welcome Eric Batilo Fumba, Head of Media and Communication, now the National Sports Authority. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, listeners, and good morning, viewers.
They can talk about the African Nations Cup qualifier. The Stars go make we proud tomorrow at the National Stadium if at all them beat Benin. But let me look at the last game where the country go play inside Lesotho, where the Stars draw, and also the huge social media right up the road on the sea body money where governments don't give to the NSA for sporting business in the country. From what we understand and the release from the Ministry of Finance, the government disbursed 11 billion loans for the 2 games team, Lesotho and also the one Naya. From NSA, you can confirm these amounts?
Yes, thank you very much again. Just for response to that question, straight is yes. The answer is in the affirmative. Yes, I can confirm that. But kindly allow me for send a tribute to one of my colleagues, whether a sports journalist and a SWASA member. As a matter of fact, somebody bring me into the world of SWASA, former vice president for SWASA Eastern Region, Sally Boboski Bangura, who we lost over the weekend at Kenema. On behalf of SWASA, my extensions large, I want to send heartfelt condolences to the Bangura family. We don't lose indeed a mentor to most of we. Having said that, I want to confirm that amount. Yes, it is confirmed. Government, through the Ministry of Finance, disbursed the said amount in question for the 2 matches.
So where the country can get match, now that time they can disburse them as money as well?
Well, Auntie Asma, I go make attempt for respond to that question then, because as an institution we established by an act of parliament, meaning we are answerable to the people of this country. We are not adverse to accountability. But I think we actually issue now for because we as in NSA, we no want for discuss anything where it will come with controversy at the moment. Because the money they give for a purpose, they give for work with them and the work is still ongoing. So we consider they can give accountability for work we not done it. And we don't just play the away match. We get the home match, and a lot they happen. So, as a matter of fact, we only returned yesterday from the Kingdom of Lesotho. We returned with a chartered flight. Way extremely difficult right now for travel on this side of the In fact, if not to be a charter flight, I for not tell you, Leon Star for not miss for play tomorrow. Remember, the team where they can't play with Benin, they arrived before us because of the proximity. So, and also, for talking about financial matter, I have to be fully guided by the finance department of the National Sports Authority. And so far, we only came yesterday, and the game still they go on, expenditures are still going on. It's not going to be but fear on my part or even my institution for that I can't talk about finance when I'm not fully briefed with the necessary document there. So I could really ask pardon for let put that because we get a whole week, month for discuss about the disbursement.
Because I believe, say, in as much as you talk, say, una just come back yesterday, una been planned for the game before una they take the tip. Una be done do planning before for say una budget and all of that. So let we go through waiting and waiting una don't do so far because instead of over 11 billion, the way the Ministry of Finance approves so 8 billion of over they say they go for facilitation and but over 2 billion again, they go for allowance for the players. Then you just don't make mention, say for example, una take a chartered flight. How much the flight been cost una?
Well, the more reason why I say when I need to give the NSA and the Ministry of Sport time. Because as I sit here, by the way, I get invitation for Kaya by 10 p.m. after we just cross Lunga, over Lungi. But because the NSA not advanced to accountability, which is why I'm here. And as a matter of fact, the agreement between me and the production team, that for talk about the build up to the game, not for can get accountability. And so maybe somebody will come up from that background, over and above, I'm not guided by the finance department. So if I talk anything,
in terms of planning, how una plan for the game them with Salon de place?
Thank you very much. We are very planned as a nation, as a people, as a ministry, as an authority. We are very much planned for this game. And just like we asked me to read the intro, Salon no go miss the opportunity again. After 25 good years, we don't think we exit from the top tier continental football. After 25 good years. The last appearance was in Tunisia, 1996, and that one was not that good. We were eliminated from the group stages. And after that, Salondo would not struggle a lot. We go to South Africa, with the option for go beat South Africa. The South Africa then said not do their mathematics well in 2010. If you say win and draw, to then they qualify. Forgetting that we come to the head-to-head record, then go for go. So then waste time, even though we get all the chances, at the end of the day, would draw, then they celebrate that dressing room from their calf pool, they really say, because of the head to head, not to South Africa, not to not qualify. So they too were disappointed. I remember the other qualification, I be part of that delegation, we will go to Ivory Coast, we go play inside Boaké, where Ivory Coast began the Javino, you call the names there, where Coach Celastete, we narrowly missed the opportunity, where Kai Kamara began that header and gets an equalizer for us. We get a penalty in the last minute, that was a stolen victory, broad daylight robbery. Everybody be see that game day. Khalifa Jabi then when they play for Leon Star. You know, you talk about the several other players. So we don't go very close. Either we only need a draw or we only need to get a victory for not qualify. Up to 4 or 5 times, we don't miss the opportunity then. And now here comes another glorious opportunity. The opportunity then on our doorstep. Because all we need for do inside this Group L match tomorrow. Remember, say inside Group L, we get the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We get the Crocodiles of Lesotho, we get the Skurets of Benin, and we get the Leon Stars of Sierra Leone. And how the group stand, Nigeria don't already qualify with 11 points. And tomorrow they therefore play the last match with Lesotho inside Nigeria. And Nigeria beat Lesotho inside Lesotho 4-2. Yeah? And the game get for play tomorrow at the same time. Who's within now? The Skurets of Benin get 7 points as it stands. Salon, we get 4 points. So when we win tomorrow, we don't equal 7 points, 7 points each. So who's go come now? At the head-to-head record. And we'll go to the head-to-head record, we don't qualify. So all we need to do, beat Benin at least 1-0 and avoid, let not concede a goal. For conceding a goal, like matter of most, we not for concede goal.
We can't talk about how tomorrow go get for time, like, and how I really don't ready the Leon Stars team for ensure say the country really get victory na tomorrow match. But let we look at in terms of budgeting the early planning stage. Now wait till be the look at as finances for them game here so. For less alone go able for participating fully.
Well, I really trapped by finances, but they take me the back, and I go try as best to my knowledge, because even the National Sport Authority, it get a very established board. Who go meet the president? It's no one that the NSC get arguably one of the best boards in this country. Yeah, because it's a statutory board. So even before going to the public, the board also they look at the NSA. And waiting me know from the government point of view, when they don't disburse money to you, before they make another application for other money, they got for do an audit for the previous money you don't collect. When they check the books, they think they're okay, they can disburse again to you. But again, waiting normally can happen when it comes to football or even sports. They set discipline, in this case the SLFA, they prepare a budget that they send out to the ministry or to the NSA in question. The NSA, they look at that budget, they review it. When they review it, they send out to Ministry of Finance. And the final review they come from Ministry of Finance is the final document. And so, in as much as we know advance for give accountability, I still want for humbly plead that one, when I give the NSA enough time in the sense after the match, because now we preparation is, we know and discuss anything, let the player themselves, he say, oh, so much money because, which I can confirm to you, the allowances for the player, is they intact?
That's the over 2 billion where the minister
the allowances. The allowances, because they get match appearance. Once they call you Kallon, you get entitlement for that. Then when you play a match, you win. We go to winning bonus. All of those money are there intact. So I can confirm that to you. But in terms of detailed financial report, if I really want to talk a lot of justice to myself and to Mr. Isha, I think they have to be guided proper by the finance department of the NSA.
Right, well, that's now Eric Batilo Fumba, Head of Media and Communication at the National Sports Authority. This morning, he there for talk but different things ahead of the Benin and Leon Stars match tomorrow. Well, quick correction, now South Africa be host the 1996 Nations Cup.
South Africa host
instead of Tunisia, where we earlier say now 94. Many thanks to the one way draw attention to that. So actually, 1996, and South Africa host the match day. Well, at the program this morning, I want to welcome the president for the Salon Football Association, Madam Isha Johansen. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Sister Asma.
And welcome after, I don't remember when last we get you now at the program. Well, thank you for coming this morning. Sierra Leone, they play against Benin. That make you relax small and come over to the NSA man and come to you back. Let me look at the preparation first way the match where Salon just come out to play na Lesotho. We understand about the different lists we can come out. One from the NSA and we also then say from SLFA. You give me the right information now. Almost list come out for that game day.
Well, before I even speak to that list, let me need to give background where delegation they go, how normally it happen. You know, when it comes to football, like other sports, but in this case, football as a case study, everything can happen. It is the process they start from the FA, and from their collaboration can always be between the FA, the ministry, and the NSA. In this case now, so in terms of delegation, for example, the NSA go recommend, say, one for go with A, B, C, the post, they part of the delegation. The FA, they come together, they all agree, say, okay, let's go with this number of delegation. That is what we've enjoyed in the past, and that is what we are still enjoying. But for me, where I don't get the opportunity for travel with the national team on several occasions, I can confirm to you, if Sierra Leone not the list, but they are among the least country, they go the least delegation. Say, for example, Benin come with 80-man delegation, including their Minister of Sports. I also understand, say the FA president can. It tells you the magnitude of which they take that game very, very serious.
So now, almost man delegation, Salon Kerrigan and Lesotho.
Salon go with a 47-man delegation.
Consisting of others and others.
Including the airline agents. Because at the time for free, if the agents from the airline not been there, it will not be very difficult. When Lesotho be the camp play with, Lesotho not be get a flight from the kingdom of Lesotho, Musoro, whether the city. They use the road, then go to South Africa, from there they get a flight for car. But because of the diplomatic arrangement, because of the proactiveness of the Minister of Sport and that of the NSA Executive Director, they began to do the necessary communications through foreign affairs, through aviation, as they be get a landing permit inside Lesotho. As a matter of fact, the airport is closed. They only open the airport for Sierra Leone, which was a very, very good something. So in terms of delegation, we also want to say thank you very much, because all the one that we then go, I mean, we ensure say Sierra Leone was adequately represented. I can tell you for a fact, perhaps the players that we need to give a lot of kudos to the player and to the technical team. You can imagine John Kista don't prepare in team, he get up to 8 starting players. We for not start that game. But because of COVID regulations around the world, because Lesotho or the southern part is a red zone, they are hot when it comes to COVID. And most of them players, they leave, they come out Europe, they go inside Lesotho or Lesotho. When they go back to the country, they go for quarantine. So you can imagine Kweku Davis not travel. You can imagine Kevin Wright not go. You can imagine Usman Kake not go. And Diano not go. You can imagine Simbo not go. Up to 8 starting players. And the weather in Lesotho is something very unpredictable. It's so foggy. We'll go to the field, that sun will come out. Before they say 5-10 minutes, it begin rain. So, about player that be able to do well for withstand the pressure. So, considering the fact they get up to 8 starting player, the weather so foggy, they're able for hold that team to a dry. I think say the players and the technical team we need for commending. And going into tomorrow's match, I tell you for free, the celebration we don't say we don't celebrate. We come to qualifying to the top tier of African football. That celebration get for take over not only football but the entire Sierra Leone tomorrow, because the government, the FA, the people of Sierra Leone are committed. They'll become resilient to ensure, say, tomorrow, come what the case may be, we must, I repeat, we must, under a genuine platform, we have to qualify for the Nations Cup tomorrow. After 25 years, we will not take we exit.
Well said.
Sorry, continue for the return of the program, Eric. We come over to the president of the Salon Football Association. According to Mr. Fumba, he say the players and technical team need to be commended for the Lesotho game. Well, for prepare, especially the players, them, the SLFA gets huge responsibility for that. And definitely, Sierra Leone Stars need to win that match day tomorrow against Benin. How prepared everything there again. We want to welcome you, Madam Isha Johansen. Good morning and welcome to the program again.
Good morning, Asma. Thank you. Actually, that question, I think, say really that should go to the coach in terms of preparedness. But if I may speak on behalf of them, I can say we're prepared. Obviously, some of the players will want for make camp because of the COVID situation and the restrictions from the clubs in Europe. We're not able to forget them, but they're not a unique situation for Sierra Leone. All the other countries, then they face standing. So we play with what we have. Having said that, what we have is a good stock of young local players. I can always talk and say, we homegrown players them. We not forever lose sight of them. And I think say then kind platform here, so the opportunities, then time they are so now the time that we can utilize that we young boys and what we get on the home soil. The ones that we're able for make for camp, I get all belief in them. In fact, last night, just as I'm there with Kista, Andriano, camp. So, which is very good news for we get the likes of the George Davis them. We don't arrive. We've got Kwame them. We've got the elders. We can call them the elders. The Kai Kamara them. We've got Strasser them. I think what we get is what we have, and what we have is a good stock. Preparedness now all in the mind. I think say all the training way Kista feel say if we don't give in players, then it don't give them. I think say what we're looking at now the mindset, and we need to get a healthy, united mindset for going to this match also tomorrow, and which brings me really to if you want to ask another question you can, but this is really the reason why to make her come now on a station today for talk to the people of Sierra Leone about the mindset and how I want for make we approach tomorrow's match.
All right, but how the team perform now, Lesotho?
Well, I know me go, and the reception me very bad, so I think I only watch maybe for catch 15 or 20 minutes of the match. But the feedback where I get, they performed well. Obviously, when they go there for go pick up with 3 points for bring them home, but it didn't happen. That is not to say that we underperform. I can't comment on the performance, as I say, because till now I know before watch the match of INSEF. But I think Asma, we stand a very good chance tomorrow. And what matters now is where we go pull not tomorrow in game. Then in the focus, and then they really, I'm interested in talking about and how we're going to get about that.
So in as much as not tomorrow na the focus, but you can find again forget a reflection of Usai, the country just don't come out so and we dey move forward for tomorrow your match.
Yeah.
Where everybody they hope say Salon go really be victorious in that particular match. But from waiting you don't gather so far from the technical team and save the small parts of the game where you say you watch. Now waiting the country really miss, we make we go get a 0 draw over there.
Again, as I say, I watched 15 or 20 minutes of that. I think we finishing has always been a problem. I think maybe we were just not able to do that. I really have not been able to sit down and talk to John for make he tell me exactly where we went wrong, if at all we went wrong. You understand? He seems to be very happy with the performance and how the Bobo then conducted that match day. Me of myself, I not watch the game.
So what's differently done they in place now for something different happen tomorrow because we need at least a goal for Salon go able for qualify.
I am not a technical advisor. I cannot tell you that. All me know is that the players that we need, we get them. The players that we forget, we don't have all of them. What we have, we're going to make use of. And I think everybody, they can put their joint efforts together. This term, if not the only term we get for can sit down and put we minds them together, this is going to be the time. Okay, I cannot tell you that this is what we need in order to win the game in terms of technicalities. It is not my forte, and I'm not going to put myself in that place to tell you what the coach should do or not do. What me come today for can talk to Una, the people of Sierra Leone, is that we need for go into that match tomorrow as a united force. Everybody put aside differences or indifferences. Usai the FA don't fail Una. Usai me as a president may have failed Una. Put that aside. Where the governments or the ministries may have failed Una, where you may have failed the ministries, put that aside. Where nations, where religions, where cultures, where political parties have failed or disappointed each other, put that aside.
So why now? You been get all this time for get a unity call. Why now?
We have always called for unity. We've always called for peace. Okay? Maybe this is a time where Sierra Leoneans will wake up and understand and realize that it is now or never. Certain things end in life, not to all time you get the opportunities. This kind of opportunity we have now, we haven't had it for 25 years, where we play our final match on home soil. The last time was in Bouake, and we all saw what happened in Bouake. Before that, it was South Africa. Now, we almost did not have this opportunity for can play on home soil, almost, because we were banned. God make that was overturned. Now it is on home soil. Another unfortunate situation is that because of COVID, we're not able to go there in mass for go give the Bobo and support, but it doesn't matter because each and every one of them played and no say 10 meters across from the pitch, you get Sierra Leoneans them, the route for them. 20 meters, 10 miles, 1 mile, every single 7 million Sierra Leoneans are praying for them. So that alone is inspiration. And when I talk about unity, this is what football brings. Football for Peace says it all. Football brings Naina the greatest unifier. It brings us all together. Even if we disagree in leagues or whatever, when it comes to our national teams, when it comes to Sierra Leone playing, not Isha playing, not Batilo, not Kista playing, when it comes to Sierra Leone playing, now we all, it is a country, it is a people. So I am appealing to the people of Sierra Leone. I take this opportunity. Do ya? Prayers. And we all know what the power of prayers can do. We don't go through Ebola. We don't go through all kinds of strife and problems that this country. And when we can come together and say, "I do so now," and we put our minds to prayers, we know what think it happens. So this is my message.
All right, continue for day with you. When they come back, the program now Good Morning Salon. Salon gets another opportunity for qualify for AFCOM. We all need them for win that game tomorrow, but we can talk more on the game tomorrow inside the program Good Morning Salon. We continue with the program Good Morning Salon as we all pray for Leon Stars for win the game against Benin, so the country go qualify for the Nations Cup where they come. When they come to you again, Mr. Fumba, for the NSA, where they talk now about preparation and NSA, then you hold in the game tomorrow. Now the players they don't come for can play against Benin. In your first talk where you be the talk earlier, you make mention of a chartered flight where you say now una carry it. For me understanding that una carry with Kenya Airways yesterday, and if now that's not the case, how chartered that flight they be yesterday?
Okay, it still take me back for we holistic explanation we can give to the people of Sierra Leone. But for the purpose of this discussion, it could be fine for last year some light on that. I be tell you say when Lesotho be the camp place alone from Mosoro to Oliver Tambo airport in South Africa, they come with a bus which is 4 hours bus on road. I will always say South Africa, in terms of security, not that more secure. So if Salon be follow that same trend, we will not even miss for arrive in time. So what we do, because like I said, the agent was with us, I mean, this was even the leader of delegation, Pastor Bob confirmed, everybody confirmed. It was a blessing for the first time missing agent travel to it. When I can do when I research, I can tell you, say, when they move from the hotel, everybody packing luggage. Just after the match, we're not going to hotel, they go straight to the airport. And like I said, they only open that airport specifically for us because of the aviation arrangements we then do. So if we say, let's come by road, we will not miss, we will not reach here in time. So if I say a charter flight, and I repeat again, let me go on history, the arrangement that was made calls for a charter flight, and because of that, now we could reach here in time. If we be the seller, we would go transit from here to here, I can tell you for a fact, we're not for there in time. But for me, what is important, we go, and the arrangements they be made that the team they go this time, they arrive. If I reach Sierra Leone again on this time, we are be able to keep to that arrangement. That is the most important thing.
The clarification will be one for me, for me understanding when they say chartered flights. Now, only the player, the delegation almost supposed to be inside it. But if be like wait happy with Benin come with a chartered flight, when are they no more be the inside the any park na lungi. So when you say chartered flights, now then they be expect say chartered flights of all the officials and players we go and camp for coming up the game yesterday.
Okay, and so
the game against Benin tomorrow.
And so for any time you travel, you get artillery, you get the date where they move from here to here, and you get the time where they come. So if you miss that time for not arrive, that for not be a whole discussion on its own. But we move with a time schedule, and we are here within that time frame. So for us, we are fine with that. Right. There's nothing around that.
So everybody they call for peace, unity against the match tomorrow. But like we start for talk earlier, una NDFA don't they get some tussle with lists, with names over the years. So for this game, even the one way una gonna Lesotho, like we be explained earlier, also another issue be there with list on no list. For this game tomorrow, what's the relationship between the NSA, the FA, so we all go get the unity where una they call for now this morning?
The NSA, we actually responsible for promote, regulate, supervise sport as per the NSA Act 2017. We main responsibility that for ensure say we don't sanitize the sporting sector. Therefore, make sure say we don't work with all the various sporting institutions, because without the sporting institution, in fact, I see no reason why ministry or NSA for exist, because they are our clients into this business of sport. If there's NSA, if there's ministry of sport, but then you don't get no association where they participate. I mean, you are not doing your work. So our first responsibility is to ensure we work in tandem, work in collaboration, work in partnership with them. And for me, I will not say this, let's talk again. For say we know they use one isolated case, we use what we call fallacy of generalization. We know the generalizer. For later somebody get misunderstanding or want to argue, it not amount to the fact that we not always get a conflict. It's not always. Sometimes you have to disagree with somebody in a very polite manner and let's all that you understand yourself. So if that is the situation where the FA and the Ministry or the NSA finds themselves, it does not amount to controversy. Sometimes we just need to understand, we say the FA needs to do this, the Ministry needs to do this, the NSA needs to do this. So if we can't argue, say, no, I'm not supposed to do this, if I say, no, I'm not supposed to do this, then later when I can't understand what I say, it is not a controversy. Not a controversy at all. And so for speak to a question on this subject matter, we are together. Yesterday, on the arrival of the team, the Parliamentary Oversight Committee Chairman, Honorable Alusa Alukonte, was there to receive the team. The FA President was there to receive the team. And some other stakeholders, like Babadi Kamara, he was there. And that's why, again, when we ask a question about this finance, when Babadi post, he said, we know there are issues. Ministry of Finance don't say this. He said, but for the purpose of this game, those are issues that can be dealt with later. Let's concentrate and focus on the game. And that is where we are here. Immediately after the airport, the boys were taken to Golden Tulip Hotel, where government provide for them, as always. Because we want to cater for the best standard for them. That is where they are always been. So we are working together. We are working as a team. And because we work together, which is why we are approaching that match tomorrow for ensuring we don't win. Right. And again, like I just said, this is very important. We all know, say, CAF don't put restriction on fans not for watch the games. This is not only for Sierra Leone, but also the FA then. In this case, the FA, because the FA, they communicate to CAF, not government. They get the right for appeal to CAF for letting give some percentages. So from the government point of view, from the NSC, from the ministry, and by extension, the people of Sierra Leone, we want for call that we get a certain number of percentage for white that game. It cannot be that large, but that 12 man we get for them understand. We in the make the 12 player to that 11 is very important for our boys. So we did call on that, and from the NSA, we get for get me to Nakova this morning, and I get for be something we get for put on the table. I'm pretty sure Nakova said we'll see a reason for letting get that fans so that the 12 man will support and will qualify.
Continue for the between at the studio, Eric. We'll come back to you. Just throw the same question to the football president now the studio this morning, Aisha. You don't listen to waiting. Eric Justin said in the call for Leona and Shosuna really lobby for the spectators them they part of the game tomorrow, and even while they follow some of the conversation on Facebook currently, the supporters they don't begin for appeal that then be part of the game. Waiting of happen tomorrow.
Okay, so very early this morning, I hear from CAF, from the General Secretary, because look, one thing we'll get for accept is that we get for tell God thank you say the match they play Naya. We don't say earlier when we don't receive an outright ban and disqualification for host with matches and at this national stadium until we meet certain repair requirements for an international up onto the international standard for play and host the international matches there. That ban has been lifted, so we tell God thank you for that. And the question now of having spectators or supporters for Gode Dande, it was almost impossible. But, and I make a last-minute appeal back again yesterday. We don't get an allocation. I only received Dande about 6 this morning, and really I will get for a rush for go back so I can go and do some talking back again with CAF, but I don't receive an allocation. I'm not going to disclose it here. But that allocation, it come with very, very, very strict conditions. And if we fail one side, we face disciplinary action. And so I want to use this platform back again for appeal to people and say, look, the good news is DSTV will be showing this. The other good news is there is a French TV station that they've sent down where everybody, AYV, all man go before feed off that one day. All the homes, we get television, all the cinema center place are able for watch the match. The allocation where I get, I have to sit down and we look at it and make a push for more. If we cannot get more, what we have is what we have. And we can't go above that one day.
So although you say no one for disclose the allocation where you don't get so far.
Yes.
Now waiting you been the proposed in this number you been want for let them take because of the COVID.
To be very honest, my sister, me just glady the match able play na salon. Okay, for make her go now for jump and begin request even anything like a percentage. I wanted, a good amount of people and for go. Obviously, I'm not going to ask for thousands or anything or even half stadium self. I don't get that mind day. but I ask for a decent percentage. I've been given something which is not what we wanted, but it's something. I'm going to see if I can push for more. And if I can't, what we have is what we have. But me, the fact remains, with the allocation where we get, do you are big. I want to make people then respect that. Me communications man, IBK, go make another statement. He go put a press release out. And so we will be able in time for work. To not forget, say we get Benin them back again. And they too, I think themselves they may deprive them. I'm not sure. And so then go then I also, and we get for make stretch out to them a little bit. I just hear he said then come with 80
yes,
because I see up to like a 50 yesterday, but I hear there's an 80-man delegation with them bring cam. So with those 80 people, we get for try for see how best for accommodate them moving forward.
25 years Salon or qualify for Nations Cup. I think you don't be president for the FA for 10 years or so. And this, okay, 8 or so.
8 years.
But this game very important under your leadership for make this Leon Stars qualify for the Nations Cup. You call for peace and people support for this game. How optimistic you dey for the game tomorrow, and waiting are your role where you don't play personally and also as the president of the FA for make sure say the boys are in good hands, all man technical team okay, no sonko as we can say, no day ahead of the match tomorrow.
Look, Asma, I not would deny the fact say if we win, not only will this be a historical win, but even me under my leadership, Sierra Leone qualify. And it will be a legacy where, till I die, it will be there. People will remember that. So obviously, for me personally, it's a big, big thing for me if it happen, and we pray it will happen. For Sierra Leone, it's an even bigger thing for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. Pull me aside. But for Sierra Leoneans, we need this. We need this for several reasons then. We know that they say we live in a society, the country is difficult. Every day you hear about struggle and strife, yaso. A win for us tomorrow will be part of that healing process, me I believe, for all Sierra Leoneans. That's getting grievance, sometimes going for pacify, that person is small. And this is what football does, it heals as well. So me, I look beyond me or anything else. I'm looking at Sierra Leoneans, how tomorrow's winning get for change the landscape for we as Sierra Leonean society. I'm looking at that, which is why I'm so desperate for this win. So that me responsibility that I owe it to the people of Sierra Leone. I owe it to our children. How will it go forward? Waiting on my own role as a mother, as a sister. What I've always done, waiting me know for do. From the bottom of my heart, which I don't do with FC Johansen. All the players are my younger brothers. Some of them are my children, okay? And some of them, when they call me mom, they do it from the bottom of their hearts. I am a mother to the team. I care about the team. I care about their welfare. I care if there's a player that is feeling one way. If he feels say somebody, you understand, take exception to him. If he has issues with the coach, this is my role. For make the mindsets be one, make everybody go at that pitch day and play with a healthy, good mind. And that is the only way we can succeed. So,
all right. Well, congratulations again.
In advance.
Congratulations for you being elected as FIFA Council member.
Thank you.
I will not be talking about that, but definitely we want to congratulate you because a win for you, now a win for Salon, now the highest level of FIFA. And also congratulations in advance to we own darling Leon Stars. We believe and hope say tomorrow they no go disappoint we. Well, if una dey listen with Leon Stars from una Kimbima hotel room, we they dedicate this music to una and we pray say una go win the game tomorrow.
Sierra Leoneans, make some noise for our darling Leon Stars. Hey, super. You ready? Let's go. Let's show. Go. Leon Stars. Salam alaikum, man. Mary support we Leon Stars. let we support we Leon Stars. Now we for like a more Leon Stars. Hey mama, hey papa, Leon Stars. Of Sierra Leone, now we
Let we pray, let we support, we the Leon Stars. Let we pray and support Leon Stars and pray for we country. Support Leon Stars and pray for the
Super Sierra Leone, now we own. Let me support Leon Stars to the bone. Boom, there's a place like home. Sierra Leone, green, white, blue, now we own. Move your body to the left, see you move your body to the right, shake your body to the left, see you shake your body to the right, raise your hands up high, let me see the saloon flag they fly, raise your hands up high, let me see the saloon flag they fly for Leon Stars. Salon and woman, let me support we Leon Stars. Now we for like a more Leon Stars. Hey mama, hey papa, Leon Stars. Of Sierra Leone.
All right, well, we hope so I enjoy the music there, and we darling New Stars, even though they car yesterday, then go get enough rest for beat Benin 2-0. Now the match tomorrow, we continue the program.
All right, so to continue the program, and quickly before they come to you, Eric, come on. Let me go back to Madam Isha, because now you're not the president for the FA, and people expect much from you as you see the call for unity, and you don't make it clear, say, because of the measures them waiting in place now. Spectators they now will get opportunity as they expected for day in at the stadium tomorrow for go cheer up the boys them, and cheering the boys them up now one way people believe in a motivation in the sport itself. For you to play na young ground and they hear you salon brother or salon sister, they cheer you up, they motivate you for do more. So that if in as much as you know disclose the number where you don't get access for let people and watch this game. Now all that thing go get for benefit from that small number the way you say you don't get so far, although you push for more. What that's they expect so far for the stadium for cheer the boys them up?
Yeah, well, I feel say naturally the football stakeholders, you maybe the chairman of clubs, we get for look with Premier League clubs, we get for look districts, we get for look at the regional level as well. Of course, we've got our ministry, we've got the NSA. You know, these are the first point of call where we will reach out to first and foremost, and maybe one or two other government officials, maybe one or two, you know, people in the diplomatic corps, and then we'll sit down, you know, we'll sit on as the FA and look through the other, of course, the media as well. We cannot invite Una no welcome, Una no good day. Make me tell you now.
Why?
I'm only joking. No, so we have to cut down on that as well, because as I say, the media, it's going to be out there. Everybody could get access for watch. It could be difficult because everybody go on for go, but we really get for streamline and we get for adhere to the rules then.
So in terms of really motivating the boys, then maybe then they listen the program this morning from Usaid and they na Kimbima, but in terms of finances, when I really don't reach out to them for let them be rest assured that let them just go play and give them all to Leon Stars and the country as a whole. For say when they come back, then package ready.
I'm not like for talk about money when it comes to
motivation.
It's a mo, but it should not be the driving force. Yeah. It should not be the driving force for make you go perform and succeed for your country. It should not be about money. It should be about pride of a nation. So everything where we able for do as an FA for inspire and encourage them, Boboyaso, we did do am. We did do am jointly with the Ministry of Sports, the government of Sierra Leone, NSA. We do it. The ministry, thank you, always then puts the monies together, the basic stem. In terms of motivation, again, I can't begin for disclosure, yes, we can't give this amount, we can't give. We don't talk about money. But then self know that they say we will support them, and they will. This now exceptional match. This is an exceptional time, so we get for go that extra mile. But and I can assure you, say the Bobo themselves back again, not so money than they look for in this one. They want to win for the country.
Calling for peace. You're reaching out to people now,
Yeah.
particular for this game, for make sure say all hands on deck for make Sierra Leone win against Benin tomorrow. How far you don't go for reach out to people for make them go come?
Asma, I don't know if really I even need for reach out to people for say make we come together for this. But I'm doing it. This platform, I don't go any other side because I know say this radio station, it reach out to all sides. Now I make I say this morning, yeah, so, and I'm not one to be doing interviews, but I want to use this opportunity for big people, even big, and reach out, say, let there be peace. I use this opportunity also for reach out to Mohamed Kallon. I don't know whether he's still in the country or he's out of the country, but Mohamed, if you're listening, I want to make you know, say, you know, one of the biggest things that we don't happen, biggest positive things we don't happen in Sierra Leone football, and you will always remain that, whether people want to accept it or not. At a time like this, tomorrow, I need you, we need you, the FA needs you, the players, we need you. We need for Nodande say, we get you support, you knowledge, you know how you're experienced. We need you to come on board and help us. Make we know that they say we've got you. All the other iconic players, we don't play for Salon. If we not listen, or if people and they we could tell una, we call on una. This night are the unity. This is the peace. Wednesday is another day. Going forward is another day, but today, leading on to tomorrow, I want to use this opportunity to call on Mohamed Kallon and all the other iconic players we help for raise Sierra Leone flag. Help we, come together with we, so that we make this thing happen tomorrow. Get the win.
From the last interview we get with Mohamed, he seems very disappointed with all in years of playing, sacrifices for the country. The country not on according to and treat him fairly. And you deny so they call on Mohamed, and you also don't make mention of in contribution to sports and flying the flag of Salon outside and inside of Sierra Leone. So you think say Mohamed really important in the football sector in this country?
I just said it, whether people they want to accept him or not. When you talk about Sierra Leone football, outside and inside for Bobo themselves, we know me even don't born any picking way born as he begin for land for playing football, he hears the name Mohamed. An icon is an icon, and you can never erase that in any country's chapter. And Mohamed Kallon is an iconic figure. If we all want for begin talk about who has been treated fairly or unfairly, I can sit here and I can tell you how unfairly I've been treated. But I have no time for that. And I don't feel to Mohamed Kallon for dwell on that. What he's done, nobody no way before erased Dawande. Okay? And so that is why I'm using this platform again, reaching out to him and all the others, okay? Come on board, help us, support us, be with us as a united force together.
So this unity call where you make Naya this morning, making mention of Mohamed Kallon and other people and where you believe is really relevant in the football sector for come on board for especially this game tomorrow. Mohamed Kallon, for example, from the interview we get with Naya the last time, this kind of call where you make seem like the issues and where in the sea go beyond a national call na radio. You don't personally reach out to them before now for discuss issues of unity and peace for the sake of football na Salon, apart from this radio call?
You see, the thing with you journalists, you when I get where we're not able to divert the actual purpose.
It's just
you understand? No, it's
call.
something, and I understand and I respect that, because as journalists, this is what you guys do. What I'm here to do is to call on everybody. Now, whether I do it now, whether I should have done it last year, whether I should have done it next week, is
So in
irrelevant.
case you're not listening to the radio, you get planned for call on a phone, say, come on board.
It doesn't matter, because whether I call him or not, I've reached out through this means. They will call him, and I'm sure he listens. I'm sure he listens past me, to media, and he's on social media. He's got a platform. Okay, so I am sure at some point in time he will get to hear it. I'm hoping he watch and he listen, and then the message could reach to him. And I know the Mohamed Kallon way. I know if he hears this, everything aside, he will set it aside and focus on tomorrow's winning. Whatever role he able for play, he will play that role. He will play that part.
Right, that's now the voice of the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. Will they play this short music again, dedicated to the players and Sierra Leoneans as we support with Danny Leone Stars? We are better together. L'Oreal unites for the game against Benin tomorrow for the country for qualify for the Nations Cup. This will be huge for the country. As Mr. Fumba say, after the game, we can scrutinize the expenditure of waiting governments don't they give to they're lucky government don't they give support to the football sector. But they reflect now the big question, and they will go for no after the game. Mr. Fumba, Madam Aisha talk now say money not to the driving force for game, but to the see say where players then can go play or one for play, businessman them, corporate world can give say if we now win this game. Sometimes even governments then can say if we now win this game, this is what each player go get. For this game, we understand say I don't know how to be. President promise $2,000 each to each player in case they win this game against Benin. How true?
Okay,
that be?
I see the publication. If it's $20,000, where I see that publication, somebody asked like confirm. I called the Minister of Sports, Honorable Ibrahim Yelenke. He said no, the president not make that commitment yet. But what he tell me, I think he will even pass that one day, because you can imagine against Nigeria presidency there is an open check. Just need for a win, I give a blank check, you fill out for yourself. So if I'm to for fix me your destiny, of I'll go put. So the president confirmed and the minister confirmed to me, say the blank check where the president don't promise is still there hanging. So if it is still there hanging, don't let me for fill that check. All I need for do that for win the game for fill the check. Why which if I for put?
Okay, so the check still there.
Confirm me that from Minister of Sports before coming on. Yeah, yes.
The last check we get against
yes, I
Nigeria.
just confirmed that from the Sport Minister Ibrahim Yelenke. He said no, wait till the president don't promise the blank check. He said it's still there. So if Nami they go fill a blank check for me, say pass, they put past $20,000 either. What I want for say, the motivation from the government is always there. It's always there. And this game tomorrow, after 25 years from exit, will not be an exception. The motivation will continue to be there. And you'll be asked Madam one question. I think let me save this opportunity for share some light on that. What did this mean if Leon Star win tomorrow and qualify? What did this mean? It means a lot. It means a lot of opportunity for Sierra Leone. Just imagine the first Premier League, Usa government eject 3.5 unprecedented amount record. After that Premier League, we'll be able to get a lot of players. We go Europe, we get international. Talk about our brothers from Lumsa, from Barampasta to FC Kallon. Talk about the Musa Tumbo. You talk about Alusayed and Aruna Kaba from Kambuigo, the coach, and you talk about the guy from Bull Rangers and Tormentor. You talk about the Samandia. All that happened because there was a systematic league they play. And so you can imagine when they continue for play league, year in, year out, season in, season out. The more we they play, the more exposure. And I can tell you again, when we qualify, we get a lot of Sierra Leone players there out. For now, they know that they gamble whether they forget to do a citizen for player. But most of them, like other countries, once a nation qualifies to the top tier for that continental level, they get lots of you players with the out, where one for can be part of the national team because they know say it's a very big platform where other people can go see that around the world. So a win for Sierra Leone tomorrow, not only in the count opportunities for young boys then, or it open the gateway for Sierra Leone, for investors, for so many other things then, it also reduce the political tension, if ever it is, for which I believe yes. Because you can imagine, you take Alusai Alassane, from Lunsa, where they begin to play, from you mix them with a player from Diamond Star, you mix out with a player from Kambuigo, you mix out with a player from FC Kallon, you are bringing the nation together. And so the more they gel together from different background, different political, different culture, the more they continue for preach the peace. So a win for Sierra Leone tomorrow, it don't go a long way for cement, a lot of other things then, besides just the opportunity alone.
And for let this win here so happen, the boys don't really need for the intact in terms of training and all. Then ready and just relax them. All right, all right. We'll come back to you, just Eric.
The holiday because the producer mind for him. Don't just tell me say we don't get Mohamed Kallon on the line as the FA president now call on him in particular and all other iconic players them we don't play for Leon Stars for support with darling Leon Stars. Mr. Mohamed Kallon, they out of the country now. He in the US. We want for thank God we get on the line this morning. Good morning, Mr. Mohamed Kallon, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, and good morning to all listeners.
You darling Leon Stars, they play tomorrow against Benin, 25 years after the country not qualify for Nations Cup. But tomorrow, the country they play against Benin. First of all, how you feel for this game, even though you know I believe say you will go for watch the game tomorrow?
Yes, even though, I mean, for me on side now at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I mean, this now remarkable game, this now history in the making, as we done there for over 26 years to qualify. So I don't know how they feel right now, so emotional, and I really wish to be part of this game here, but you know, you don't say Corona restrictions there, so I'm not going for makeup, but I definitely believe the technical team and the players, they know what it means, what it means, so we don't even need motivation. They know exactly what it's about in the game. So I'm not saying when tomorrow they will go all out and give 100% and enjoy themselves and give the best. And we'll see what will happen because obviously we want to make them to tomorrow.
All right. So, in as much as you say you know the tongue, Mohamed, we get the president for the Salon Football Association, Madam Isha Johansen, at the studio this morning, and they don't make a unity call to you in particular for ensure so you really follow the game tomorrow and send a message of motivation to the boys and for ensure so they play and let Salon get victory. Firstly, what do you make up of the call where Madam Aisha they make na radio to you this morning for come on board and support the team?
Sure. This is Sierra Leone, and we always want to put the country first. As ISF don't realize, this is one of the most important games Salon don't ever play. And me don't always give me support. I don't pledge my love and loyalty to the country Sierra Leone, no matter what. And this my history in the making. And I know okay. I appreciate them so much. Her calling on me. I wish I could be there around for key the 110% to the boys. I follow for win this game and go to the Nations Cup.
This call where the presidents for the Football Association they make this morning, you think say it bring come anything different from waiting we be done the year yesterday happen now the football family?
Yeah, but I say for the football is all about fair play. I mean, we can get to differences that we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we follow the peace. We seek the interest of the country and the interest of the boys them with us struggle for over 26 years for qualify for go to a major tournament. I think it's the right time. I mean, if the peace, I mean, sincere of what they talk about, then it's fine because we're always ready for peace and we always preach peace. I mean, over social media and all say it's about time everybody come together because now we need everybody. We need, I mean, the private sector, we need the government, we need all supporters, all fans of football, all ex-players, all present players, everybody for rally guide the national team and give them 110% support so at least we will make them to a major tournament in Cameroon.
Right. Although you don't need that song now for witness the game, but now we believe say the boys them will go for play. They listen to people this morning, especially this program where we dedicate for look at the game where they tomorrow. Where Salon they play against Benin. Waiting at you message where you get to the boys them where until they listen you right now in terms of motivation because the unity now one way people be done the call for say if unity for the then for let the players and win safe people need for come together and support them. Whose message you they give them this moment where then they listen to you ahead of the game?
Yeah, but a lot of questions they already asked before in terms of uniting the family, We talk about the infrastructure, we talk about the facilities, we talk about resources, we talk about the personnel, the good players, the technical team and all. But now that we don't see, we get a team, we don't just go participate anymore. We get a team, we go compete with other great nations then. Now we get the government here, we put huge amounts of money for support the team. We get a powerful technical team. We don't take the team this far. We will not know what they expect. And it's for now, I'm not saying reason. Everybody just get to understand, say, this is the most important time, history in the making. Let everybody just rally and pray. We don't get for praying and corner. We don't get for, seeing one or two words we go motivate the boys to them. When we go out there and qualify. For me, on personal side, they know exactly what I feel for the country. They know, say, this is my own sector. This is what I love. It's personal to me. This game is personal to me because I know what it takes for our boys to go play the Nations Cup and how we go expose them to international clubs then as well. So for me, this game here, let the boys can go all out there and do their best and enjoy themselves and make the country proud.
So what's your prediction now as we left you?
For me, football is unpredictable, but watching the game from Facebook, Lesotho, and see the confidence and the performance, of the boys. Yes, even though the technical game will be well organized, well defensively organized and all. So I don't see tomorrow game. One thing I remember, it's a very critical game, very tactical game. We take the game to them. We want for score, but we get for be mindful, not for concede goal. So for me, tomorrow is an all-out win, and I wish them all the best of luck from the technical team, the players, them supporters of Sierra Leone, the government, everybody with around the team. I wish we all good luck and we all for be part of history tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that's now Mohamed Kallon. If they send any best wishes to the team tomorrow as they play against Benin. Madam Isha, we carry up of the program now. The issue of concede goal, I won't forget and clear. So if they score away, or now we supposed to say power we for score?
We need to. We need to. I think Nigeria's game, we then score at the 93rd minute, I think in injury time, 9 opened the window of opportunity for we. Had Nigeria, was it a goal less? We would have had problems. We would have been out. So now we get this small window opportunity. We need at least a goal. So just like how Mohamed say, and he's much more technically minded than I am by virtue of in profession, we have to be very mindful. We need to take the game to them and be on the attack. We cannot settle for a draw. That's out of the question. That's not the plan. We need to score. And we need to be the only ones that have scored. You understand? We cannot allow them. Because on the table we still remain in third position. So, and only to the qualify, as you're well aware. So this is the situation. We don't have a choice but to win. No option, no day. But as we round up, I want to thank Mohamed. I know how much o'clock. It's probably very early in the morning. Thank him for he give that words of inspiration. I will try to make sure I call him back a little later, so we talk a few things and I want to discuss with them. But not for just send the message. I actually want for the boys for feel in spirit in this camp here. So I want him to talk. I want him to talk with Kista. I want to feel his presence and in spirit in this game as we go in tomorrow. And again, I can always say this to people that there are two types of people in this world. Those who make history and those who are part of making history. Tomorrow, the boys will be the ones making history. Everybody else in Sierra Leone, with the pray and give them support, will be part of making history. So now make a call for this unity that tomorrow, together, all of us, we're going to make history for Sierra Leone. May God bless we all. May God bless Salon and all of Una radio stations, media. I beg everybody come together, give a big shout out on our move forward for Sierra Leone tomorrow. Tomorrow now we day. Thank you.
So the victory call as you left me now, the victory call you they make, and the unity call as well. And for tomorrow, no more, or you want for see peace and sanity continue for the pan football business.
After tomorrow, my sister, I promise you, I've told you, Sierra Leone in landscape, it will change. This is not just for football. It's not just for the football industry. This is for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. It will change the perception of Sierra Leone. Listen, Ghana, until Kwesi in term cam, we Ghana qualifying our Nations Cup. Nine then begin go on the up and up. So take them begin for go set for the World Cup. It will change the landscape of Sierra Leone. Tomorrow, after tomorrow's win, after the unity what we call for now, moving on into tomorrow, it will change in every sector, every levels. Religious or cultural or political or it's going to change our landscape.
All right. So we hope so after tomorrow we'll be forget you again at the
Thank
studio.
you very much.
But talk about other issues that more than they happen at the football family.
Okay.
It's a promise to Salon people and say you go make her up now the studio back.
Well, maybe you guys will get for pay me for that. That open check. That open check. Don't forget for add we inside the open check. Okay. All right. I promise I will come.
All right. So we wrap up the program now and over to you, Eric Batilo Fumba, Head of Media and Communications now NSA. Well, I've been asked a question earlier. We get for do with the boys
the game tomorrow. Yes, they just do it for the game. But again, I think Asma will ask one very, very relevant question, and I could do the service if I not make a passing by comment. They have to do with motivation. Yes, the president was very right. I can't disclose what is somebody they receive in public. I mean, it's not that much professional. But I can confirm to Una that since this administration, the political administration under His Excellency the President, since the Ministry of Sports under Ibrahim Belenke, and since the National Sports Authority under the esteemed leadership of a forward-thinking leader, winner Dr. Kenneth Bremer, not only for football, but for all the various sporting disciplines. This is the first time, if my history is me, before they play a match, you don't receive your allowance. Not where they go play the car after 3 or 4 days, they begin saying the money they can later. No.
So they don't receive an
I mean, the answer is affirmative, but you can confirm again from them. You can take your mic to them. That is always the case. So even before you go play the match, you receive your allowance. That is appearance. And when you win a match, there's always something put together. So the boys need to win this game for obvious reasons. One, they don't say when I win. Just a win, we don't get extra funding for that. Don't they need for be part of the history making and for the agent players? Right. Apparently, this game for me the last match so they go for play. After this, age number they get on the side for them to go play other competition for New Star. But they want for retire from international football for say indeed we are part of this generation. We qualify this team. So I think say we are there, and we just need for continue for put everything to prayers. That tomorrow at 4 o'clock at the Shaka Stadium Stadium, 4 or 4:30, that is normally the time they play home matches. And again, this is important. Up to more than 8 years, no team not between us at Shaka Stadium Stadium. Up to 8 years, check the record, no team not between. Right. So we cannot just afford to the school rest of Benin, who knows our chances of qualifying is now in our hands.
So tomorrow, meet Lion, eh?
I tell you the Lion.
All right, well, many thanks to our studio guest them. And again, the spirit of Mohamed Kallon definitely needed in this game. I just get information say the same way Salon play 1996, Mohamed Nai actually then qualified the team, and Ina be the youngest player that in the way the country play 1996 in South Africa. So definitely in spirit needed in this game. Well, on behalf of Salon people, we want to wish Leon Stars all the best tomorrow. We hope say they don't go disappoint we. And the open check day, and if we now win, a big thing and the phone. Many thanks to Isha Johansen, President of the FA Wikaya, for call on people and for support the game and peace for football. And also Eric Batilo Fumba from the NSA. We wish you all the best. On behalf of me team, we Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Kuma, we produce the program, and all the other technical team people them. We ask my James to say goodbye.
And Mabel Kabade say get yourself a wonderful day.